Alright, yo, what's going on, guys? Adam here, coming back at you with a brand new video. And as you can tell by the title of today's video, I'm going to be listing out my top 5 favorite and least favorite albums of 2018. Now, a little prerequisite on this. As I'm recording this, it is December 5th. So, I'm going to take into account that all albums released in December and, you know, a majority in November, I'm going to have to leave till next year because I don't think I can form a proper opinion on this unless I give it another month or two, and by that time it's 2019. So I figured the majority of 2018 is over, so I'm going to just review my favorite and least favorite albums. Now remember, before you comment anything fucking stupid, remember, this is my opinion, this isn't yours. You can agree, you can disagree with me. Disagree with me, that's fine. Leave it down in the comments what you think your top 5 favorite and least favorite albums are of the year. I'd love to honestly hear all your guys' opinions. So let's get right into this. So I'm going to start with the bad. We're starting with the bad albums. So we're going to rank from 5 to 1, 1 being the total shittiest thing, and 5 being, you know, the not as shitty but still shitty thing. Alright, so on my list for number 5, I never thought I'd be saying this. I have Drake, Scorpion on this list. Now, say what you want about Drake. I've said this in a couple of the Drake videos I've done. I love Drake. I think he's a spectacular artist, and then 2017 and 18 rolled around, and he just hasn't been the same. I feel like Drake on this album with Scorpion is just very weak. He's acting like he has nothing to prove. He's acting like no one's ahead of him, which is so wrong. This isn't 2015, 2014, 13, 12, 11 Drake. This is a Drake I never thought I'd see. Now, in my brutally honest opinion, I think after Views, Drake has just tanked, honestly. More Life was not as bad as Scorpion for me, if I made a list, to say it was one of my least favorite albums of this year. But listening to some of these songs, like 8 out of 10, Nonstop, a bunch of these Tay Keith beats, Ratchet Happy Birthday, what else comes to mind? Mob Times, all these songs are just trash. They're just... Drake's on it, and he's just mumbling his way through, and it's not good. Now, obviously, my first reaction, and even the thumbnail of my reaction to Scorpion when it first launched, was positive. I had flames and said this was okay. Obviously, I didn't say this was the greatest thing, but honestly, this is not good. And now I hear he's making another album next year. That'll now make it, what? 4 years in a row that he's released an album? Like, you need to stop. If he stopped at Views, everything after Views, honestly, has just gone downhill. So, I don't know what to say other than I'm really disappointed in Drake. I really hope next year, if he does produce an album, it's good. It's Nothing Was the Same. If you're reading this, is too late kind of thing, because this album was garbage. Now, Lil Yachty this year released Lil Boat 2, which I didn't give much high praise, but listening to Nothing to Prove over again made me want to fucking die. Now, Lil Yachty has something to prove, because I have not been impressed with a single project of his until 2016, where he dropped Lil Boat 1, which I thought was pretty damn good for what it was. It was fun, it was wacky, it was something we hadn't seen before, and since then, Lil Yachty has made it his goal to just make trash music. I don't care what you say. I don't think there's been a good Lil Yachty song since Lil Boat 1. Maybe, well, no, I won't say maybe. I Spy with Kyle was great, but that's not really a Lil Yachty song. I think I've come to the realization that Lil Yachty, to make a decent song, at best, is to have a feature on his song, or for him to feature on someone else's. So, this album was absolute garbage. Do not listen to it. Now, Nav, in this one, the majority of these songs in this sound just cutthroat, dry, boring, nonchalant. He's off of Xan, he's tired, it's just not his cup of tea. And it shows. Honestly, I like maybe 1 to 2 songs. Travis Scott, Champion. That one's decent, and that's about it. And maybe the end track, which I was pretty a big fan of when I first reacted to it on the channel. But Nav on this has really kind of lost me. I don't know what he's doing, but I think Perfect Timing was decent. But his first mixtape, Nav, I thought that was one of the best albums of 2017. Definitely not top 5, but definitely maybe top 10. Easily top 10. Myself, all those great songs are amazing. And then I hear this, and I hear, just like Lil Yachty, and Drake, I hear complacency. Like, they're just fine with being where they are now. And I think you got to strive to be better. And this album shows that he did not. So hopefully if he makes an album next year, it's a lot better than this one. Why do we keep thinking she's good? Number 2, Invasion of Privacy by one, the only, Cardi fucking bitch. Now, on the day that I'm making this, it's just released that her and Offset are splitting after 1 year of marriage. Who the fuck thought they were actually gonna make it? Like, seriously? But that's completely off the topic. Listening to this album made my ears bleed. I hear cockiness, I hear just her trying to piss me off. And she pissed me off really well. And I've had a couple of comments where it's been a Nicki Minaj feature, or, well, Queen wasn't that good either. So stop, Nicki Minaj fan, if you're watching this. I don't think Queen was much better than this, but it wasn't as bad as Invasion of Privacy. But when I listen to this album, again, I think of just pure dumpster juice, lacklusterness, and just mediocrity at its finest. Cardi B, in order for me to like her, I don't know. What? Maybe just stop making music. And what I was going to say was, I've had a couple of videos where I've made comments on Cardi B or Nicki Minaj saying that I don't like them. Well, here's the reason. Listen to this album. Why do you think this is good? Because it's not. I'm not being sexist. I think Nicki Minaj was great back in the day in like 2011, 2012. And now Cardi B comes up and is just making a shit show of herself. And it needs to fucking stop. The worst album of the year by fucking far is Lil Xan's Total XANARCHY. I mean, could I start roasting him and it's my name's Xan and I don't do Xans anymore? Or him going into rehab, which is not funny to make fun of, but when you're just a complete fuckwit like this kid and just don't understand consequences, it's gonna catch up on you. Kind of like 6ix9ine, how he's a complete fuckwit and it's gonna catch up on him. This album was trash. I heard just, you know what, why is it trash, you may ask? Let's just listen to a couple of these lines, or these songs that are just so, just shit. Make me who I am. Sense don't make me what I am. Yeah, so this is easily one of the worst albums I've heard this year. Easily the #1 spot. So if you're a Lil Xan fan, first of all, get your fucking mind checked. And number 2, don't be. Simple as that. So yeah, it's trash. That album was complete trash. Now I could make a completely separate video on my top 5 favorite albums, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna it's stupid for me. So here are my top 5 favorite albums of the year, and I know 5 is not many, but I feel like top 5 is just enough for me. So I'm gonna give you guys a couple of honorable mentions. I will give you guys some honorable mentions. Number 1 honorable mention is going to have to go to J. Cole, KOD. You know, it wasn't that bad of an album, honestly. Like, that was a decent album. I will be brutally honest. I said before, and I'll say it again, I'm not a big J. Cole fan, but a couple of those songs are really damn good. Another one I would like to give to is Question Mark by XXXTentacion. There are a couple of great songs on there that I vibe with, and honestly, the album itself, for what it is, I'm not going to say it was great because now he's dead or any of that bullshit. I honestly thought it was pretty decent after listening to it a couple more times. The next album I want to give, you know, a kind of nod to is Kyle's To the Moon. I proclaimed in my thumbnail, thank you Akiva, that was the best album of the year. And honestly, to that point, it was one of my favorite albums to that point. But honestly, guys, if you haven't listened to Kyle's entire discography, go listen to Beautiful Loser and Smile. Honestly, listening to both of those albums in full make To the Moon, or Light of Mine, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said Light of Mine, probably his worst album. Like, it wasn't terrible, but comparing it to others, it's definitely his worst. Another easy album I'd like to give huge nods to is JID. I didn't make a reaction video, and it's been out for like a week and a half, but the majority of those songs I really fucking love on that one, especially the one with J. Cole. That one is pretty good. I think JID will definitely be a household name in a couple of years if he keeps it up. And my fifth nod, it did not make the list, but I think it was damn close. I would love to give a huge nod to Ye. I think this is Kanye's, one of his most vulnerable, easily most vulnerable albums. He talks about, you know, how he's gone crazy, the mental hospital been 100 bands, fuck a watch. That's a great line. But I really enjoyed his album. I wish it wasn't 7 fucking songs, but that's how it is. So now that's over, let's get into my top 5 favorite albums of the year. Let's go. Yeah, number 5 is going to be My Dear Melancholy by The WEEKND. I thoroughly enjoyed this project. Honestly, there was one song, I think it was Try Me. Yeah, Try Me. I think that was like the 5th or 6th song. And that one wasn't really doing it for me, but I enjoyed the hell out of all the other songs a lot. I thought The WEEKND brought great vocals as he usually does, but he also brought back a kind of somber tone because of Selena Gomez's whole breakup and whatnot. And I fucking loved the album, honestly. I thought it was really good. Definitely not trilogy worthy or Kissland worthy, but honestly, I'd probably have to say it's better than Starboy. And it could, I feel like if it had more songs, it could have easily beat, oh god. What was his 2015 Beauty Behind the Madness? Thank you. But yeah, loved the album. Now, number 4, maybe you guys are wanting to kill me right now. Maybe you guys want to shoot me. I know a couple of music reviewers, Anthony Toenail, for example, gave Kids See Ghost a 10. I don't think it's that, I don't think it's that good. Let me not say that. I think it's a great album. I don't think it's a 10, but I think it's a very strong listen for sure. And I thoroughly enjoyed the production. Kid Cudi and Kanye on it meshed beautifully. I liked all the songs. I'm still kind of on the fence with the one with Pusha T, kind of because I'm not a big Pusha T fan, but honestly, that album was pretty damn good. I have to rank it better than Ye just because of the collaboration, and a couple of those songs on there really stood out, like Ghost Town, Fourth Dimension, Free, Cudi Montage. Love those songs. And yeah, that album was pretty damn good. I thoroughly enjoyed Kids See Ghosts, but it's not my number 1. Number 3, if you guys, I'm gonna link all these videos to all the reactions that I had. Some of these albums I didn't, but if you watched this at first, I didn't even give the album the entire listen. I was over it. Number 3 is Die Lit by I'm laughing because if I look back on this like 5-6 months ago and told myself I'm gonna give it a 3 spot, I'd punch myself. But I fucking love this album, dude. And to be brutally honest, I didn't listen to this album until fucking when? Let's see. I didn't listen to it till September, and that was what, a 4-month break from it. So yeah. I didn't listen to it for 4 months, and I came back to it and absolutely loved it. But yeah, I listened to it, and that would probably be my most streamed album of the month of September and maybe October. And I don't know why, I just love the album. There are some songs, which I won't spoil because now I'm making, after this video, my top 20 favorite songs of the year. And I have a couple of those songs that are in that album, and I love them to death. So, Die Lit by Playboy fucking Cardi is over Kids See Ghosts. Who would have thought? Alright, now number 2, I'm going to have to give this easily to Juice WRLD's Goodbye and Good Riddance. I thought this album was fucking beautiful, aside from like maybe 2 songs. Obviously All Girls Are the Same, great song. Lucid Dreams, good song, but songs like I'm Still, and then, oh shit, what was the other one that I really loved? Fuck, hold on, I gotta find that. Used To, that's right. And then also songs like Used To, I love that song for a long period of time over a summer or two. I think Juice WRLD has a ton of potential, and then he made the one with Future, that album, which was pretty underwhelming, to be brutally honest. But, you know, he's definitely caught the world by storm. I mean, Apple Music just named him, like, Artist of the Year or New Artist of the Year, and they, of course, had to name Drake Artist of the Year. But, yeah, I honestly loved the album to death and thought that it was well-deserved of the number 2 spot. And finally, number 1. This isn't even close. Number 1, my favorite album in 2018, is going to be ASTROWORLD by Travis Scott. Now, ASTROWORLD sonically is just great. It's definitely not rodeo, but I thought it was one of the best produced albums, just coming from the beat standpoint. There's a couple songs on there that I didn't like the one with like the last song, Coffee Bean. I know a couple people say it's underrated or slept on. Honestly, I just don't think it fits Travis very well. And the one with Who What with the Migos, that was just a Migos song featuring Travis Scott. Didn't really enjoy that one, but honestly, all the other songs I either like or love the hell out. And really, ASTROWORLD, I think, is an album that is definitely going to be a turning point for Travis Scott, because I know there were still a lot of fans, like with Antidote and with Goosebumps, but I think a lot of songs, like especially, I guess, the one with Drake, Sicko Mode, which honestly is a pretty okay song, because Drake's verse is just pretty trash, but the beat on it is great. But I think Travis Scott's career is made now because of this album. A bunch of songs on it. I think he totally deserves the number 1. What was it? Number 1 album for like 13 weeks? Or no, it had to be song. I think the album is just a not a masterpiece, but I'd easily my favorite album of the year by far. So yeah, that is the end of my top 5 favorite and least favorite albums of the year. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you made it all the way to the end, comment Little Xan, because that was just trash. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite and least favorite albums were, and I'd love to hear your responses. So, hopefully you guys did enjoy this. Be on the lookout for my top 5 favorite songs of the year, which is coming out a week after I post this, which I'm not going to post this till another 2 weeks. So, yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this. I'll link all my reactions to the albums I listened to in the description below if you guys did not see them, or you're new, or you want to see them again. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. I've been Adam. I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.